Hi Nick, welcome to Rodney Parade. Scene of the final last year, scene of this year's final. Why are we right saying that Cardiff geographically are the closest team to this stadium?
They
Yeah?
are the closest
Yeah?
team, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But it's a long old journey though in BUCS Super Rugby to get to the final,
It's
isn't
a
it?
long journey to get to the final,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
It was your first year last year
Yeah,
in charge. Cardiff's second year
yeah.
in the league. What did you make of it?
Um, I think at times I would say deeply frustrated.
Okay.
There was a couple games that we really could have come away with wins, and I think that I think we felt disappointed in our Exeter home game. I think we could have pushed on in that one, and then Edinburgh away felt as if we'd thrown the game away right at the end. I felt like that was a winnable game. So, and then our performances against Durham was comprehensive, and then it's a frustration then that they pulled out of the league. So, I guess mixed feelings.
Yeah. What was the missing ingredient for those two games you didn't get across the line? Because,
Yeah,
Exeter and Edinburgh, both really rich histories, both finalists in recent times. So
yeah,
they're stiff
absolutely.
opposition.
Stiff opposition, and it was a completely different ball game when we played them at their home. I think the conditions suited us against Exeter. There was pouring down with rain.
Yeah.
Um, and wait there, no, it was Edinburgh, wasn't it? I'm mixing my teams up now. Oh my God, this
Well, I
is
mean,
my
they're both
head.
playing green and start with E, so and they're absolutely miles away.
They're absolutely
You
miles
know.
away.
But would you?
Edinburgh
Yeah.
at home. It
Yeah.
was Edinburgh at
Yeah.
home. We just lost to. Sorry, you
That's all
can
right.
just cut
Oh,
to everything.
that's all. No, that's all right.
Um, what I think, if you looked at our statistics, we're able to get into the 22 really easily at times, and we don't capitalise that. We don't come away with points. We're not clinical enough. So I think as we work through our pre-season now, building up towards the season, we'll be looking at how do we maintain focus psychologically, how do we really get to that kind of killer instinct.
Yeah. It's all about killer instincts, isn't it? With the teams that you're playing week in, week out. Like, what do you make of the league? What do you make of the quality in there?
Yeah, I think the league is outstanding. It's really exciting to coach these players in this league. I think that that BSR into PWR is a brilliant pathway. So you're seeing some really young athletes who are really getting to know the game. I think that's exciting, and also you can see them. They're going to be future internationals. So there's an opportunity to be coaching people who are on a journey towards international rugby.
Yeah, and they also get to test themselves in big occasions as well. You got the clash,
Yeah,
which is really one of the jewels in the Super Rugby crown, both male and female.
yeah.
For you as a coach and seeing what it meant to the girls, how special of an occasion is that, and also to do it at probably the most fabled ground in Welsh rugby history.
Yeah, so firstly, that was the ground that I probably fell in love with rugby.
Yeah.
I went from the age of 12. I had a season ticket with my granddad, so quite an important ground for me personally. But also, I underestimated the occasion the first time round, and I felt like the girls were pretty overwhelmed by that. However, the second time round, I felt we were really competitive up to about 50 minutes. I think we were really into it in the game. Very proud of how we performed for that period of time against a club really that has great depth. If you look at Cardiff Met, they've got depth through those players.
Yeah, I mean, well, they've obviously went on to lift the crown here as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think a little bit you would consider them the underdogs because a lot of the time they had players away in the Celtic Challenge, so you didn't really know where they were at throughout the season because their team changed in and out. So watching them lift the cup was brilliant.
Yeah,
Welsh team.
inspiring stuff. Yeah,
Inspiring stuff.
first ever Welsh team at all across men's or women's Super Rugby.
And a women's coach.
And a women's.
What not to love?
What is not to love? What is not to love? So there's the inspiration.
Yeah.
What's the aspiration this season for Cardiff?
I think the aspiration for Cardiff long term is that young elite women athletes stay in Wales and they either choose to do an academic course through Cardiff University, like medics, etc., or they choose Cardiff Met, and there's a choice for them between the two institutions. That would be fantastic to have that kind of Welsh player pathway through both institutions. I think that would lift the game for us in Wales generally, and then it'd make him more competitive in the BSR. I think that takes time, so it's about building those foundations.
Yeah. And what are you most looking forward to this season?
What most looking forward to? Just watching the girls really build on last year. I think that's exciting. Just coaching athletes who are really keen to learn, hard working. Yeah.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing that growth, that development, and to seeing Cardiff in action this season. Thanks so much.
That's okay.